Hello, friends. This is Ben Adam, the spiritual counselor, always excited to bring to us the revelatory aspect of spirituality. So, this podcast is just a follow up to the live session we had on YouTube. I received lots of feedback as it relates to our very poor connection. For some reason, I wouldn't know. And I had promised that because of the sensitivity of the subject, I was going to strive to do a recording as it relates to that subject, because I want us to understand the ministry of angels and how to release and unleash the angels that are working with us. As it relates to spirituality, every prayer, every miracle, every manifestation that you will ever experience as it relates to spirituality in your life and outside will come from the ministry of angels. Angels are very significant in every facet of our life, particularly as it relates to the concept of spirituality. And so I felt, for whatever reason, the connection had gone bad or whatever, I felt the need, the necessity for us to get this message. And so on the live session, we had talked about 3 ways through which we can command the angels that are working with us. The Bible talked about in Job, it said, have you commanded the day? Have you commanded the morning? This is an instruction given to Job to give an instruction to the powers of the day, to the element of the day. But this subject is majorly on our own personal angels. I told us on the live session we had that there are people wherein you can tap into the angels of other people to work for you, either by gift, by service, or by whatever. Someone could buy a gift and bring the gift and give it as a token into the life of a fellow. And by giving that gift, the fellow becomes a partaker of the angel, of the ministry of the angel of this individual. But we are talking about our own personal angel. So I had outlined 3 ways through which you can engage the angels that are working with us, how you can unleash them. And I'd say that number 1 is through the act of meditation. The act of meditation. Deep meditation. Meditation is different from prayer. Prayer is when you say what you feel or what you think you want. Meditation is when your spirit is speaking through you. When your spirit, the Bible says, let the meditations of our hearts. This is the soul. It is the prayer from the soul. Prayer, the conventional prayer, is when you begin to talk, but meditation, we have 9 diversions or 9 dimensions of spiritual prayer. We have meditation, we have groanings. The Bible says, with groanings, as the Spirit maketh intercessions, with groanings that cannot be altered. And so deep meditation, you wake up in the morning, before you talk to anybody, you place your hand on your tummy. We have diverse forms of meditation, which I teach. One of the very major ones is transcendental meditation. But just for the sake of this subject, you place your hand on your tummy, you could place your hand on your head or whatever. Meditate. Don't say anything. Allow your soul to speak through you. And I said that number 2, we're talking about the spiritual ways through which you can unleash the angels that are working with you. The angels that are working with you. Number 2, I'd already shared some of these things on our live session. It's more like a repetition because of the poor connection we had. And number 2 is through the act of using bitter cola. Bitter cola is a sparker, is an awakener. Bitter cola is the seed, is a spiritual element that fosters the gift of command. When you chew bitter cola, what your soul is engrossed, if you have the culture of chewing bitter cola, there are so many things that when you say, it stands as it is. You chew that bitter cola first thing in the morning, you use it to make prayer, releasing instructions to your angels. You must understand that one of the things that makes people to travel from one dimension, one place to another, praise that they do spiritual work and all of it, it appears that there are no results, is one of the factors is the inability of our angels working for us. It is the place of our angels to go before us. Let me tell you, no matter how you pray, you have limited knowledge as it relates to the people that have what you are looking for. On Instagram, I talked about the ministry or the place of our spirit friend. The Bible calls them our cloud of witnesses. We have we have also what we call ministering spirits. These are entities that know what you want, even much more than you do. And they know where that which you are looking for, what you are looking for, dwelleth. It is the place of your angels to go ahead of you. There are 9 people looking for a contract. You have submitted your proposal, whatever. You're looking for a job, and you know you're qualified. And at the end of the day, they pick others and they reject you. It is the failure of the place of your angels. It is our angels that goes ahead of us and make crooked places to be straight. When you pray, the things that you just pray, oh Lord, I will do that. Before you know, you see someone from nowhere calls you, and there was a spirit that went ahead of you to make sure that that prayer you had prayed came into reality. That is the place of your angels. For you to connect with between where we are and where we want to be and what we are praying for, it is the angels that we have that will bring forth this subject is very sensitive. And number 2, through the act of speaking to the mirror, speaking to yourself whilst looking at the mirror. It could be in the morning, it could be in the evening, it could be at night. Speak into the mirror. Look at the mirror. You could put palm oil on your belly button. You could put olive oil on your belly button. You could put honey on your belly button. You could even put it on your tongue. You will give a command. Now, let me make you understand. We have the different processes where you write letters to your angels. You use water. One day we'll talk about that. Maybe as we go on in the series, probably a recorded session on that. But most significantly, you will give a command. The Bible said, have you commanded the day? You will give a command. You will do this process. Either of those processes, you can do those processes either for 9 days, or for 11 days, or for 12 days, or for 14 days, any time. But it must not be lower than 9 days. Till I come your way again, this has been the spiritual counselor. Bye for now.